Hello, good morning. Welcome to my first what I eat in a day video. This is weird. Just want to preface this by saying I normally am not home during the week. Today's Monday. We have COVID. So that's why we're both home, which is why I can cook every meal. Typically I would meal prep lunch and do something super easy for breakfast. This actually was super easy. It didn't take me that long. You guys see this beauty? Wow. So as somebody,
you see the beauty holding the beauty?
So this is breakfast. It looks delicious. Can't wait to eat it. Two things. It definitely tastes better with flour tortillas than corn tortillas. I am gluten-free, so I don't eat flour tortillas. I do dabble in gluten a little bit if it's worth it, but for the most part, it's not worth it for me. So if you swap out the tortillas for flour tortillas, it does taste a little bit better. Calorically, it's probably gonna be a little bit higher though. Also, I don't track onions. I don't track spinach. I don't track leafy vegetables for the most part because it's not worth it. I don't track like onions, garlic, stuff like that just because it's ridiculous. I also want to preface this by saying that I don't track macros because macros are super fucking confusing, and someone on a weight loss journey is you want to simplify it as much as possible. So at one point, if I become stagnant, if I hit a plateau, if I'm just not getting the results that I want, I will probably eventually start tracking. Sorry, I have to give Ezra some more bananas. I will probably start tracking my macros, but as of right now, I just track calories. So this is only 363 calories. Now, that is low for me for breakfast. I will typically sprinkle in some shredded hash browns, which will bulk it up a little bit, but I forgot. So that's why it's a little bit low. Normally it's about 450. Also, I do drink coffee in the morning, and I do allot myself 100 calories for coffee creamer because I love myself. And I'm not drinking black coffee, and if I can work it into my calories, then that's what I do. So I will be having a cup of coffee, but I'm gonna try to drink all of this water with breakfast first. Also, Ezra is having bananas, avocado, and scrambled eggs. That's what she's having for breakfast. I also wanted to say really quick, the reason why I like this meal is because it looks like a lot of food, because it kind of is a lot of food. So if you're somebody who's coming from a place of not knowing proper portion sizes and eating a lot of food, it's really good to find healthy foods that are like voluminous, like they have a lot of bulk to them, because you kind of feel like you're getting more food because you're used to eating bigger portions. Like this is a lot of food. Oh, I'm sorry, girlfriend, hold on. I'm on banana duty. If you are somebody who always feels like you're getting gypped, also make sure you're eating enough calories. Again, not a nutritionist, not a dietitian. A lot of times that I went to lose weight before, I was only eating 1,200 calories, and for some people, that may be great. That may work for you. I failed every time, and I honestly think it's because I was not eating enough food. After doing research, numerous different calorie counters, I should be eating anywhere between 1,700 and 1,800 calories. So only eating 1,200 calories when everything else is telling me that you should be eating 1,700, you're hungry. So make sure you are like using all the calculators and eating the appropriate amount of calories for you. Sometimes not eating enough is what is not, it's gonna do the opposite. You're not gonna lose any weight. All right, it is coffee time. I put all my creamer on a scale in my Nespresso frother. I put too much today. I put a little bit more than normal because I was trying to hold the camera and it didn't work. Normally I put 45 milliliters, which is 75 calories of coffee creamer, and then top it off with almond milk and some vanilla syrup. I hate the sugar-free stuff, so I just allow myself my calories to have the regular stuff. But because today I was a little preoccupied with trying to hold the camera, there's 55 milliliters of creamer in here, and then I topped it off with 60 milliliters of almond milk, and then we're gonna put it in the frother and make a cappuccino. Ez wouldn't stop crying, so she is now with us. This is the coffee pot that I use if anybody's interested. It's just a Starbucks blonde roast espresso. I do have an espresso. That's what this is, the Nespresso Virtuo. You wanna hold that? Okay. It's lunchtime. It's a little bit later than normal. Right now it's 1 o'clock. One, I washed, what are these things called? The grates for the stove and the dishwasher, and they're took longer than I expected, so I just pulled one out of the dishwasher, rinsed it off, and threw it on there. Also, we had a little fiasco where the syrup for the coffee just exploded all over the floor. That shit dries really quick, and now the floor's sticky, so I'm standing on a towel. So, all that to say, we're cooking lunch a little bit later than normal. Oh, it is now lunchtime, same place. I'm having a turkey burger with shredded Parmesan on top and some Chick-fil-A sauce. And I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it in lettuce because I don't have any gluten-free buns in the house. So, if I did, I would not be eating this lettuce. Then I'm also gonna have probably about 1 serving of these. They're called Incredipuffs. I found them at Ollie's, which if you guys don't have an Ollie's, it's kind of like a Big Lot. Like, it's kind of just a store that has everything, and for some reason they have a really good selection of snacks all the time. I think you can also get these at Walmart, like the smaller bags, but these are actually super clean. It's like cornmeal, sunflower oil, I guess if that's clean. Minimal ingredients to me is clean. Sugar, powder, spices, apple powder, spices. These are the apple pie flavor. And these are really good. They also have an elote flavor, which is so freaking good. So good. We have 2 bags in there. So 1 serving is 1 ounce or 28 grams, which is 140 calories, and I'll probably eat an entire serving. And I'm not sure how many calories lunch is. I'll put it right. I'll put it somewhere for you guys. Hello. I don't know why I'm doing this grand gesture. It is dinner time, and today we were having tofu. We tried to, my child screaming in the background. We try to incorporate at least 1 meatless meal a week. Normally it's like at least 2. I am not a fan of meat, but I do eat meat, but I'm trying to taper off. We recently cut out red meat. For the most part, we will occasionally have it, but we don't really eat it that much in the house. We don't make it. If we go out to dinner, sometimes like we'll order a steak, but in the house, for the most part, we don't cook red meat. So we're kind of like tapering off of our meat consumption. We don't think we're gonna go fully plant-based anytime soon, but we are trying to eat less meat. And I had never eaten tofu before because, I don't know, it just kind of freaked me out, but I found a tofu recipe that I really like. Darius likes it too. It's General Tso. Hope I'm saying that right. General Tso's tofu. So, what is it?
It's like so.
General Tso? I don't know. I'll put the words right here. I don't know. Somebody tell me how to pronounce it. It's the same thing as like Worcestershire sauce. I don't know how to say it. So right now, our tofu's marinating. I will show you. This is what it looks like. I'll put the recipe down below. It is super easy. That's why I love this recipe. Honestly, guys, so freaking easy. I cut up a block of firm tofu. I use this brand. Save the packaging for you guys. This is the brand that I use. I believe the recipe calls for 10 ounces, but this one's 14, and I used the whole block last time. The sauce goes a pretty decent way, so I wouldn't say that I was missing out on sauce. So this, I pressed it. The recipe says that you do not need to press your tofu, but I did press it for about, I'd say like 20 minutes or so, just to get the majority of the moisture out. I went ahead and put a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce in the bowl with the tofu. That's our marinade. And the thing that I like about this recipe is the ingredients aren't the best because soy sauce is super high in sodium, but apple cider vinegar, no calories. Soy sauce, no calories. Red pepper flakes, no calories. For the most part, the bulk of the sauce doesn't have that many calories, and then there's some brown sugar in there, but it's only like 40 calories worth of brown sugar, and I'm splitting this with my husband. So relatively a pretty low calorie meal, but I wouldn't say it's the best because of the sodium. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that finish marinating for a second. I do have some vegetable oil heating up in a pan. You could use olive oil if you want. I just feel like olive oil tastes like olive oil, and sometimes in certain dishes I just don't want olive oil. I do prefer vegetable oil, even though it's not good for you. You can bake this to make it a little bit healthier. I have not tried that yet, but we probably will in the future. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a Ziploc bag. I'm gonna go ahead and take some cornstarch. There is a specific measurement that is in the recipe, but I kind of just eyeball it. And the recipe does say not to get all the extra liquid at the bottom in your baggie, so I'm just using a spoon to go ahead and scoop all of our tofu out of here. And then you're just gonna dispose of the extra marinade at the bottom. Also, there's not that much liquid left over in the bottom of the bowl, if you guys can even see that. Take your baggie, close it off. I normally like to make sure there's air in it and give it a little twist, and then just shake it up until all of your tofu it's covered. I just put enough vegetable oil that the bottom of my pan is coated, and now I'm gonna throw them in there. Again, tofu is fully cooked, so we're just gonna make sure that it's brown and crispy, and then we're gonna throw our sauce on. You guys wanna say hi? Would you like to make an appearance? Say hi. She has a sty. I feel so bad. We like ours a little bit crispier, so we are cooking it a little bit longer than it technically needs to be cooked. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep an eye on this, and then once it's my desired crispiness, I will throw in the sauce. I forgot to mention that we're gonna throw in some garlic. There is a recommended amount, but I don't ever actually look at the recommended amount for garlic. Kind of just eyeball it with love. Okay, this is dinner. We have the tofu, we have the rice. I garnished it with some sesame seeds and some green onion. I'm also drinking a liquid IV. You guys probably know what they are because a lot of people are like sponsored by them. It's pretty much like Gatorade. It's a non-GMO sugar and salt drink. It's an electrolyte drink. This is the passion fruit flavor. I've had strawberry before and I like that flavor a lot better. I did, again, buy this with my own money. I bought them at Target when I was pregnant and found an entire box because we have COVID, trying to get in as much water as possible. So that is why I'm drinking one of these. Normally I would not. I drink like a sparkling water. But again, because we're sick, I'm drinking one of them with dinner. I believe I have, Ezra's throwing things on the floor. Oh. Our daughter is in the phase of feeding the dog for dinner, and it's a struggle that we're not winning. So yeah, I have 256 calories. I use LifeSum for anybody who's interested. If I can link it below, I will link it below. I don't know if I have like an invite code or anything. If I can find like the link, if I have like a member invite me thing, I will put it below. It is now nighttime, which means Ezra is in bed, which means it's my nighttime snack. I save like my good nighttime snacks for after Ezra goes to bed for obvious reasons. I'm going to be eating 2 of these all but gluten mini brownies. These are little chocolate brownies. They are 220 calories. I'm gonna go ahead and eat 2 of these, go catch up on some of my shows, and that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me any feedback. Do you guys like these videos? Anything that you guys are gonna try, like recipe wise from this video, definitely let me know down below. I look forward to making a whole bunch more of these videos for you guys. I will see you guys next time. Bye guys. I don't do beauty videos anymore. Is that weird for me to like, bye guys? Maybe we'll come up with another outro. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Bye guys.